Hello, this is Bonbon Play City Skylines. I'm Bonbon and as always, you are very welcome. Well, welcome back to New Legopolis. There has been a couple of save problems. The game is fine. Unfortunately, the video files I was going to upload have been lost from the last two episodes, and therefore you'll notice a few changes because I progressed somewhat. Anyway, let me quickly whiz out. Prime problem is always is traffic, but let me zoom right the way up and you can see the sprawl that is New Legopolis. Here we are. That was the hexagon, which is the business park, which was the last thing you would have seen me do. Still the industrial park down here, Collinsfield. We've got Tenants Town here, Smithville over here, including the Wending Way over there. This is the wastelands and so forth. Anyway, that covers that. Let me quickly bring in, I think I'm on the verge of sorting out the major problem of traffic flow that we've got here. This, although it looks really bad, is slowly clearing. These things take time in the game. If you play the game, you'll be aware of that. But where this is turning back to about here now, it was coming all the way back here. And this was tailing back to here, wending into here, and basically all I've done to get things moving is I put an exit road here, which takes a little bit of traffic off of this here, for traffic coming off of the industrial park can go straight on to Smithville. But what I've done is the change lanes option in the traffic manager. I've just made everything shift to the right hand lane, where everything was trying to come in the left hand lane, where everything merging in was having to merge here. Now it's merging a little bit further down and it's shifting along. Of course, if it's merging further down, it means that some of the traffic is going escaping straight into these roads, and these roads before the merge is happening, which is working. Now this does mean, here we go, a little bit of merge problem there, but like I say, it's clearing. And it was bad. It was tailing back into the exit of Smithville South here, which runs alongside the railway. But as you can see, it's definitely clearing. This way it's still clogging back, but this is going to clear also. Now that this is almost cleared, almost shifted, I will, I would expect this traffic flow to start flowing much faster once this is, hopefully, once this has started clearing. So yes, that's good news. I still do have a bit of a traffic problem at the top end of this this main highway, but once again this is starting to clear. I've done the same thing here. I've forced the traffic to go to the right hand lane, so any traffic coming out of Smithville again, I've got to say the traffic flow at Smithville has been superb. I do like this road layout. Everything comes in the middle and separates off to two halves, two main arteries going around. It does seem to work very, very nicely indeed. I will certainly be using that again. Even the entrance, which is, you know, two highways coming in at the very same junction, that's handling that very nicely. This exit, like I say, is a little bit of a problem, but there's no tailback here. And let's have a look. How far is this coming back? It's coming back to about here, which is not. That is slowly clearing as well. It may not look it, but honestly, trust me, it is. Another major change that I've done, or major change, is I have accepted that this central hub for all the refuse collection and incineration is going to cause me huge problems, because look at the amount, once again, of the garbage trucks coming in and out. Is loads. And at the moment, our city, let's go right the way out, at the moment, our city is just such a small part of this whole grid. Now, the amount of traffic that that's producing just for here, for this small zone, and all the merge problems that we're having with the traffic coming out of the industrial park, which I still was thinking about giving its own separate entrance, that may still well happen, because I'm not happy with it merging in here. That said, this is flowing very nicely. They're merging very nicely. It's only once they're getting onto the highway here that I'm getting the problems. So what I've decided to do is, instead of having all of the waste collection down here, is up here. You may have noticed just off of this the route down to the bus depot, we've got waste incineration plants going in here, and that means that I've got garbage trucks coming in from both angles, and it should mean that the garbage collection should be much better. I'll certainly be doing that, planting a few of these smaller waste collection areas around the map. But that's not too bad there. It's okay. It's a little bit, it's far enough away that there's not too much ground pollution hitting the residential zone. And also, this is not really there's no one really coming down here that wants it to look pretty. They're just going to go to the railway station and the airport, which I'm going to pop down in this area at a later date. Anyway, that covers for that. I did have a small problem with the pumping stations, which, as you can see here, are pumping very well. Unfortunately, they're pumping so well that they're cleaning me out of water, and that was a bit of a problem. So what I've done is, at various places in the city, I'm now starting to drop down water towers, which in the UK we don't really have water towers. There may be one or three dotted around, but we are pretty a small island, fair amount of water, and therefore we have pumping stations and reservoirs, and that's basically it. This does seem to be more of an American thing. You do see them in movies and on top of skyscrapers in New York, etc. And or in Japan. I think we've seen them in Japanese movies where Godzilla comes and trounces around the city and knocks a few over. And there we are. So I'm dotting a few of those around, and they are certainly taking some of the strain of the water supply. And the more I do with those, the less of a problem I'm going to have with the river drying out. Look at this. This is not good enough. I need more water from somewhere. I might, once again, I know I could separate these out a bit, but I don't really want to do that. Right, so that covers for that. I think I've let's have a look at this traffic. Has the traffic completely eased on this side? There, completely eased on this side now. This is nice. Finally cleared. We've now just got to start waiting for this horrendous backlog here and of course it's causing a problem here back into Tenants Town with the exit traffic that's using this exit. So much traffic. That's the problem with the industrial in this game. It does produce. So you're looking at all the the other option for industrial. So they're producing all this here. Whoa, back out again. Let's go to the business park. So this is the hexagon. It's looking very clean and clear. And look, hardly any traffic at all. Very little going on down here. Just buses going around their thing. Let's have a quick look at. Let's cut out of here. We're going back into this mode. Okay, let's have a look at the. Come on. Oh, hello. Game seems to have frozen. That's very seldom happens for me. Ah, there we are. See now, it's only serviced 287 passengers last week, which isn't a huge amount, but it's nice. There's no one complaining up here about needing extra workers. In fact, there's no complaints up here at all. Everybody seems very happy. You look over here, you can say, oh, look at all these complainers over here. What's going on? Lots of dead bodies stacking up, which is probably as much down the traffic with the crematorium unable to get the hearses to the bodies. And over here, I think this is actually just lack of workers over here. Where are we? Yeah, he's there, lack of workers. Only got 3 out of 16 workers. And waste collection problems. But as I said, we've already kind of resolved that one. That's 7 out of 16. That's not too bad. It's not great, but it's not too bad. In here, these are lacking workers as well. And so we do have a bit of a problem with workers. But this is flowing nicely. I'm very happy with this. This is backlogging, but Once it's getting off of this highway, it's flowing, and I'm pretty confident in time, in a short matter of time, that will clear. And this backlog here is just solely because of the weight of traffic with this one coming in as well. So I'm gonna stop worrying about that. I'm gonna stop talking about it, gonna stop worrying about it. Oh, we've got crime. Now, this is a worry. How can the crime rate be high when I've got a police station right here? Their only job is to patrol the car park. You have one job: patrol the car park. There's 3 cars in there. I mean, what are the criminals doing? They are just... Oh, I don't know. And what's this person visiting? Oh, tourists going to the Giga store. And they have parked outside. Tourist is confused. I'm not surprised the tourist is confused. They've parked in the nuclear power station car park, and now they've just disappeared because the tourist was so confused. They didn't know where the Giga store was. I'm not even sure where the Giga store is. It's probably in here. This is the commercial park that I was put in. I'm not sure whether you got to see that episode, but it's look at it. Big skyscrapers, do like them. The entrance is going via tunnel, exit coming out via tunnel, and on this side as well, entrance coming in via tunnel, the exit coming out through here. The traffic will then emerge here and scoot out onto the highway. And anyways, as you can see, lots to talk about there, but I've not done any building, so let's have a look. What building can we do? There's a demand for industrial. Let's just put down a few more zones in the hexagon because there is demand for industrial. We may as well do something creative or constructive while in today's episode. And the game has hung again. This is very... Oh, no, it's back. Oh, it worries me when it does that. Anyway, let's pop down some of these. Let's quickly, before we do that, just check the fire coverage is good, medical coverage is good, police coverage is good. Let's have a quick look at the... Yeah, that's all good. Everything's well covered in this area. Okay. Let's pop down a few more for offices. Now, I'm not sure whether it really makes any difference, but it did seem to cheer the game up. I've put down a few schools in this area, and that has basically improved the levelling up of the offices in the area by having the schools, even though it kind of seems like a dumb place, especially not so much the high schools, but the elementary schools I put in here as well, which are, yeah, you'd think that these people who are... Do we need these power lines? We don't, do we? We can demolish those. Let's do that. Yes, but by having them has helped everything level up, which I thought was quite peculiar. Let's pop these in here like this. And we'll pop a few of those down there. Now this has definitely filled the demand. I've already wiped out the bar at the bottom but I'll completely fill in this area here. There is demand for commercial. Now the one thing that we don't have for all these workers is any shops. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Oh, hello. Did I really zone that there? Right. I think we should pop in some commercial. I'm going to do it along the bottom here or around the outside. So the trucks that are delivering don't have to go all the way into the hexagon to deliver. They've only got to go on this outer road, which is not too demanding. Yeah, Yes, one of those, one of those, one of those, one of those, one. Tra-la-la-la. Yes, and once again, I know somebody's going to say, here's a paintbrush. I don't mind the paintbrush, but I kind of like the clicking. I like to click. There we are. Oh, one of those there. Right. I'm not so keen on that bit of empty wasted space there. I'm sure we can come back and do something with it though. I'm not too worried about it right now. I'd rather just flesh things out a little bit and then come back and beautify things a little. What I'm planning on doing is, like I say, once this business park extends down towards the river, I'm going to use a few of the custom assets and drop in a few of the skyscrapers. So if you've not seen the skyscrapers in the game, yeah, let's find one. Just someone like this. That's not a huge one. Let's have a... it's quite a big one there. Let me drop one just... I'll delete it in a second, but just there like that. And yeah, you can drop these in to customize the game a little. And yeah, there are taller ones than that, and there are proper you know, like the Empire State Building and Sears Tower and various other real life. I'm not saying that wasn't a real life building, I just didn't recognise it as being anything particularly famous. What's going on here? We've got a fire. They've only just built the building and there's already a fire. Hey ho, right. Anyway, I digress as ever. Let's come back over to the city and see how my traffic flow is flowing. This is still going nice. This is still flowing nicely. This is clearing. How far back is this? This is still into the same sort of zone here. I'm not entirely convinced that's clearing. This seems a shorter line here. That's all good news. Still no problem coming in here. Still no problem flowing around here. Everything else is fine. And okay, so I'm going to end the episode at this point. It's not been a very productive one, but we did need to quickly review where I was up to with the build, having lost a couple of video saves. I think I could do a little bit more with the bus terminal. Don't seem to be many people. I think part of the problem with people not actually queuing for the buses is having put the metro in here. Oh, hang on, zoom in a little. So what's happening is people are getting off the train. Train's in the station now, and in a few seconds, here they come. All come flying out. You watch, they'll all come over the bridge and pretty much all go into the metro. Well, there's a few walking. Here they come over the bridge and down, and they're all, yeah, they could go down to the bus, but no, they all want to take the metro, which is good. I'm quite happy that everybody's using the metro station. Would have liked a little bit more, because I mean this is quite a pretty area, but this bus here, nobody on it, not a soul, which is a shame really. Let's pause that and have a look at this one. Yeah, nobody on that one either. Still, at least they're flowing, and they are when they're actually down in these areas here. Right, let's, if we can find one. Any yellow buses down here? Oh, no. There will be somewhere, just somewhere. Oh, somewhere for a bus. Okay, let's find the blue bus then. Anybody see a blue bus? Oh, well, what's the chances of that then, eh? Can't find the bus and three of them all turn up all at once. It's that bus. There we go, there's a bus. See, now this one here has got 30 passengers out of 30 on it. So it just does go to show that there are people using the buses. I've colour coded them, and the yellow ones are... Oh, now this is interesting. This, mind you, there we go. This is I've called it the Tesco Express, haha, and that is because these buses here, these aren't actually coming directly from the bus depot. These are starting at the depot, and they're doing a couple of stops in Smithfield, a couple of stops in Tenantstown, and then they're coming down to the, I haven't got a name for this area, but the commercial area. Yeah, people are taking the bus to go to the shops. Also, this little metro station that people weren't using before, let's click here, weren't using before, they are now, and it's now getting a lot of use with people taking the metro to go shopping. Let's have a look at, let's have a quick look at that. 112 people used it last week. Once again, not thousands, but I keep hitting that. That's not clever. Yes. So anyway, that's I was one other problem. Although I don't think you saw me build this one, but we had a few terraforming problems down here, and I have resolved those also. I keep hitting the escape button. It was just fun to do. Anyway, that will have to do for today's episode. And the next episode, I promise the next episode we'll do something a little bit more creative, and something just to beautify the city. And then obviously we need to expand into a new area, and hopefully you will join me then. So anyway, I've been Bon B, playing City Skylines, and as always, you have been very welcome.